Hold on.
First
Filming.
it's gonna be
It's okay.
It's gonna have that song.
Okay. I
Ding,
know.
ding,
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 ding, yeah.
ding.
Hey guys, it's Elisa. I am here today with a special guest. She is my girlfriend named Elisa also. We grew up together. And we are both here because she went through colon cancer stage 3 a year ago. She'll explain it to you all. And we wanted to talk about something that we both have been affected by throughout this process of chemo, and probably something that is affecting other people, which is why we wanted to bring it up. And it has to do with nutrition during chemo and how your body changes.
Yeah, it's something that, like, when most people get cancer, whether it's colorectal cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, most people lose a lot of weight and become quite sickly, frail. They can't eat. For both Elisa and I know for me, right away I was starting to gain weight. It had to do with the chemo pills I was taking.
I don't know if did I mention that you had stage 3 colorectal cancer? I don't even know if I mentioned that.
Yes, I had stage 3. I had it in my lymph nodes, and I was quite sick. And I didn't even know. It doesn't run in the family. It was a fluke. I was 46 years old, and this June of 2019 will be 3 years that I was diagnosed with it. And it's a whole different life for me. But it's always it's a whole new world after you've had cancer.
Yeah.
I think Elisa knows all about that.
Yeah.
So the main thing that Elisa and I have in common, amongst many other things, is that we both have gained weight. And my mom made a joke of it where we were sitting in chemo one day, and she said, "It's amazing how much weight you put on." And you had
My mom said the same thing to me. She said, "I've never seen you fatter."
Yeah, I was heavier now
Yeah.
than when I gave birth to 2 children
Yeah.
who are now 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. So this is what my thought was, is I came up with that my chemo pills with chemo and radiation, and then I had surgery with an ileostomy bag, and I was starving all the time. I've never been so hungry in my life.
Me too.
Yeah.
Starving.
And,
Binging.
And we're trying to
First
figure
time in
out.
my life. I never binge and me, like, they're not like even the same sentence. Like, binge and me, I don't relate.
And
I was
I'm always
binging.
an eater. Yeah. And I always tried to watch my weight, but I've always loved sugar, like major
Yes.
sugar. But there was something about it going that time where I knew maybe it was a feeling of like, I'm not dying. I'm not going
Right.
to die. And I just kept eating.
Yeah. And I think, like, a huge part about it, obviously it has a lot to do with what medicines that you're put on. Like, I get put on Decadrone, which is a like a steroid that makes you hungry. But I think a lot of dealing with the situation is about choosing the right nutrition if this is going to happen to you, which is what, like, we're going to talk about now, because it was, neither of us have done it. Like, we both talk about it and try, but just changing your diet for cancer, which is, for example, cutting sugar out of your diet when you're doing chemotherapy and perhaps beyond chemotherapy.
Right, which every doctor was saying, eat a lot of protein, eat a lot of smoothies. And I really didn't listen to that, because food, to me, always in my life, I've always been a huge chocolate eater.
Me too.
And there's just some things
It's comfort.
it's comfort.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd much rather have food than a beer. That's just.
Yeah.
And I think that we've come to a point where that's something that we've read. They say at first for colorectal cancer is to cut out sugars, eat right, exercise, keep your weight to a healthy weight. And for me to get colonoscopies, I still have to get it every 8 months for a while.
Yeah.
But so we were trying to think of how do we do it? Do we cut it down cold turkey? I probably would get the shakes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. So this is the situation. So we are like going to try and live life without our sugars. We're going to try and do it because it is.
I won't be able to drive for
Yeah.
probably about a month.
No, but when you're in cancer, you have to fight your battles through nutrition and exercise. That's the only way.
But you're really good at exercising.
Yes, I'm very.
She loves
I
exercise.
exercise all the time, despite the weight, despite everything. I actually did yoga yesterday.
Which when I was going through cancer, absolutely not. I was exhausted. And you're exhausted. I don't know how
exhausted.
you do that.
I didn't leave my house for an entire week this week.
Yeah, but that was typical.
That's another reason why for the binging, I think, is because of the fact that like I'm in my 6th round of chemo now. Like I just finished round 6, 2 different drugs. I started with the little red devil drug and the ones that shrink cancers, and now I'm on Taxol, and I'm tired after my so I literally spent a week at home, and like that's the easiest time to eat chocolates and have comfort foods. You're tired, you're home,
and you're hungry.
But
see, and then I kept telling you that being hungry, thank God you're hungry, because when you look, I mean, I remember being at chemo and there were people in their hospital bed getting chemo and very sickly, and that was, to me, it was like they were at the end of their life.
Yeah. So now I think like to like put everything together about this struggle that one goes through, like the entire session of chemotherapy, like I do, she did, different cancers, is to, try and become accountable, I suppose.
It's true.
In our
It is
nutrition.
true. Right.
And so we're going to have each other to bounce off of, So I think like if you can find somebody, if you're with your nutrition, with your, to sort of like hold accountable for you and vice versa.
I agree. And yes, I agree, because it's nobody else's fault but mine that I choose to get chocolate and
Yeah, and for colorectal cancer, it is known, like the Mayo Clinic has put out some information that the highest rate of return
I know
of colorectal cancer, and one of the causes of it is sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It's poor diet and sugar. And with breast cancer, I would say alcohol has a lot of accountability too, and it's with breast cancer. And so I'm guilty of that because while I'm in chemo, I don't touch alcohol, but like when I'm outside of chemo, I mean, it was my birthday weekend, I filmed myself like having drinks.
Yeah, the alcohol doesn't, it was me, just was food.
Yeah.
Like I could care less about alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. But yeah, no, for me, to have a Starbucks mocha, like dreamland.
Yeah.
But, again, it isn't healthy. And even to stick Sweet and Low equal Splenda in it is also not healthy.
Yeah.
And how, I mean, I think I'll go into shock.
I know. It's a struggle, but man, so is fucking chemo, and so is cancer, and it's a struggle. So, I mean...
Okay, so like for me, they told me it'll be, if I got diagnosed, I finished at the end, January of 2018. So like for the next 4 years, if I can finish out 5 years without, you're pretty much home safe. What was I getting at?
Sugar-free.
Yeah, sugar-free.
We're trying.
Like that would be a really good way. So
Yeah.
for you, they say how many years?
5.
You're also 5 years,
Yeah.
right? So the key is to try. Like, I'm not so great with sticking.
No,
through.
me neither.
Yeah,
We're gonna try. We're
gonna
not.
try.
We're not saying that we're gonna do it perfectly, but we're honestly gonna be honest about it. Whatever it is, whatever it ends up, whether we end up keeping with it or not, it's going to be.
I mean, do you drink black coffee?
No.
You don't even drink coffee.
I drink coffee every day.
But
3 times a day.
With what in it?
Soy milk and mostly soy milk.
Yeah, I mean, again.
Look at me. I'm already drinking orange soda. This is how bad. It's not orange soda. It's water. It's orange
It's a water with orange. Okay.
Okay.
But again,
Anyways.
do we live our
Wrap it up.
life? So our question is to
Okay.
the viewers.
Yes.
So, do we live our life going stringent and being like hyper sensitive and, you know, only doing organic and becoming so neurotic about it where we're not living life? Or is there what's the happy medium?
My first thing I'm going to do is try and cut out sugar. That's going to be like my first thing. And then after like a month, if I can do it, then I'll, you know, like I'll continue on with perhaps like carbs, you know what I mean? But I want to do it ever super slowly,
It has to be slowly.
you know, for it to actually work. Like, you
I'll
know,
be shaking.
yeah, it has to be done slowly. You know, maybe have it like every other day for a little while, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then, yeah, but the ultimate goal we want is for just health and life, and for women going through the same problems and same dilemmas to know that there's options out there.
Yeah. And turning 50.
I'm turning 50.
So, peace.
Yes. In conclusion,
I'm here to support my friends,
yeah,
and we all go through different struggles.
Yeah.
But
and we'll be together with the struggle of trying to get on that health track.
get on the health track, get on our train.
Get on the health
We
train.
look forward to hearing from you.
Yes. We love you.
Love you.
Love you all. Peace and health.
Peace and health.